Hello, welcome to RapidTDD channel. I will show you how you can refactor the legacy code with tests in this RapidTDD application. You can do it that very easy. And the legacy code is probably 80% of work because we read, change, use, run this code, this legacy code. And legacy code is every code where you didn't have any tests, so without tests, and that code is very difficult to refactor or to change, and in most cases that code is created by another programmer, and sometimes this is not object-oriented code, so it's very difficult to do any changes in that code, or this simple some spaghetti code. So before we explain how we create a test for this legacy code, I will show you and explain you more about this RapidTDD application. So RapidTDD was used to create RapidTDD because we have C# compiler inside, and you can compile C# code, and that was done in memory, so it's very fast. We can insert the test code. Now we have this code, and we can run that or press F5, and we get the output. It's the simple console application, and we get output. And before we can explain more about this topic, I will mention some things you can use in RapidTDD. You can add references to other libraries if you want to compile your code, for example. So you go to help, add references, and you see in this window I write down all third-party libraries, and the application will look in these two folders. This is the folder where the exe file is located, and this second folder where is the libraries.net framework. So here you define your third-party library, and when you click save, compiler will take that and compile with that library. Okay, and you can also, for example, generate the code, method or classes here. So you select some text and click F12, and program will ask you to generate the code. We can also generate the class, for example, my class. I select this line, press F12, generate code, and I get my class. I can also add methods and also generate this code, yes, and you see in my class I have this method. And what else? I can rename symbols. This means I can rename the methods with this rename symbol, edit rename symbol, F2. For example, another method. Okay, so this is also changed in the class. I can change classes under F2 and another class here, and for example change this variable into another. Okay, so you see we can rename symbols, variables, classes, and methods. Okay, now let's explain how we define tests in RapidTDD. You see, I just print to the console right line this keyword test, and after that I put in the name of the test, and that name can be with spaces, and this text from output application use that and split the tests. So we have the first test name and everything we print to the output after this is the actual result. All text after test name printed it output go to the actual result. So in this box, text box, we display actual result for the test, and you see for the second test we 4 times print this output for second test with this I parameters, and you see here output for second test 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is it. How to define expected result? Well, we can write in the expected text box here. For example, for the first test, I select the first test and write down here the expected result. The application will compare actual and expected result, and if I put this missing letter here, test will pass in this moment. Okay? Because these two texts are equal, the same, and test pass. And with this button I can change the orientation of these two boxes. And this is the first way how we can define expected result. And the second way, we can use the menu option, copy actual result to expected. Let's select second test, and we say edit text, copy actual result to expected. This will take the text from the actual box to the and copy to the expected. Just simple copy paste. And the third way how we can define the expected result is, let's write test. We can use this keyword expected, see, and write the expected result here. And when we run this, we will get this test, and you see expected result is defined. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, but this color show us that we didn't have any actual result. Let's add that. We want that our test pass, so print, for example, 2 and 4, and run, and you see changes. And let's put 3, run. Only 1 is missing, 1, and run. Now test pass. These two texts are equal. So this way how we define the expected result. And we can also define the tests to repeat the test names. For example, I repeat this test name, and you see in front of every test the program, the application RapidTDD will put the number, and then you can see regarding that we have put same name of the test, we have different names. So you didn't lose any test. Okay, I've already explained the test can contain spaces. And what else? You can create any logic for input parameters. For example, you can create something like that. Let's define two loops, and put this here, get and print something like this. A lot of tests, right? And when we run this, you see, we get tests with number in front, because I repeated this name. But we can also put these input parameters in the name of the test, and run. Of course, the names of the tests change, so I will delete that. And now we have new names with these values, so you can track what parameters you send to your test. So input parameters can be very complex. You can read from, for example, Excel file or database, or create some very complex logic for inputs values for every test, and put that in the name of the test. So we explain how we can define the test, create test, define actual result, and expect result. And we can also add test in the class. We didn't need to put every test in some file. We can define also test here inside the class. So test code here from here. And when I run, you see I get this test from my class because I call here this method. And what is also important, because all tests run in same order, and if I want to change the order of tests, how they execute, I need to change here in the code. So now you see how that go down, or for example copy here and put here. So you already have out from the box the order of the tests. If you want to, for example, to reset state, then you need to call some setup before the test. But for this you can open my video in this channel, bowling game, and you will see this in that video, bowling game, how I create the tests and just change the state of the games, send the input parameters, and then when I want to, for example, check the perfect bowling game, I restart or set up again the game. So this is it. Now we define the tests, and let's explain now how we can define tests for the legacy code. I will close this one and open this code. Okay, so we have this program, nothing special, just call this my class, and with number 3, and this is some code in constructor. So let me see what happened. I don't know what is this code is doing. I will add here, for example, I see this. Let's run. Do we have something? Let's run. Okay, nothing is go to output. So let's see this variable, the value. I can, for example, print this to the output. Because this is the string builder, I need to convert that to the string. Oh, sorry. No. Print I need to select print with braces, print. Okay, I have this method string s, and I write to console write line s. Let's run. Oh, this is what this code is doing. He created this output, this text. So I want to create a test for this code. I can put here, for example, test for example number 3, because I call here with this number. Run. Okay, this is all test. I will delete that, and I have test for number 3, and this is the actual result. This is what this code is produced. Now I need to define the expected result. I can move this test here, but I need to define the expected result, right? So the expected result for this test should be the same before we refactor code and after we refactor code. The expected result should be absolutely the same. Nothing should be changed. So what to do now? I just will use this option to after refactoring the result should be the same. I will use this option tests, copy actual result to expected. And I can refactor this part. I can put this run test number 3, and let's put this count with input. Okay, and put this count here and run. Okay, I need static in the name of the method. Run. Fine. So we have first test. Let's define more tests for 5, for 7. Run. Okay. I will change the rotation of this to box. Okay, tests. Copy for all tests actual result to expected. Copy actual result into expected for all tests. Yes. So we have now tests for our code with all expected results. But I will add more input values. For example, I take from 0 to 10. I++, run I, and run this, and I have test now. With a lot tests with lot input values, you see how it's easy to define the tests and copy all actual results to expected. And now I'm ready to refactor my legacy code. I can change that code, and test will check for me if I break something, right? So where to start? First, I want to remove this string builder. This is the list of the strings, so I can put here just simple string. Okay, I will delete that, and append line, this means that I add this s to the right here, and let's run to see if everything's fine. Oh, I see that this first 0 is passed because nothing is here, but here I didn't have return. So let's add that. Run, and test pass. Nice. Okay. What else? I can rename this to result. It's better. And I can also remove this class string builder and I have here as append, or put this empty string, right, better, and add to this variable sm is now to string, because it's integer, to string, and let's run. Of course, test pass, so everything is fine. And let's rename this to the line. Fine. Let's move this to another method. Our line is make line with m parameter. Okay, generate code. Yes. And this is the string. And let's put this code and return line. Run. Oh, I need to put here int m. Fine. And what else? Well, for example, if I change this and run, all my test fails. But if I put here, for example, -1, tests pass. So see how we can change code and be sure that nothing will break. But I will return that. We don't need that change. Okay. And let's refactor this part. We can say m if we have this condition, then m is equal to I, and else this part, right? Let's run. Everything's fine. We have here make line. We didn't need this line variable. Remove this one. Run. And we can probably move this here and run. And this is it. See, all tests pass. So this means that we refactor code and we didn't break anything. We now have better code. Maybe for the read we can change and delete this. We didn't use any more string builder class, and we are done with refactoring. It's easy. I use that a lot. The RapidTDD is created to create tests, but this is the also you can find this application. I will put a link below in description of this video. But you can build this code with Visual Studio, but you can also download the release and try it yourself. So thank you for watching and have a nice day.